The campus ministry office is the first place that I go every morning when I walk in the door.
It's like unconditional love.
Theology is useless if it doesn't change your life.
It's not a teaching here, a teaching there, but it's our whole life.
What do we mean by heart and soul? To me, heart and the soul is what makes us human, right? And we are human because we are relational beings. And campus ministry will be that vital force, that life-giving force that brings us all together.
I think the heart of campus ministry, which is all about providing meaningful experiences for our students to give back to the world, there's that bit of soul, right? There's that thing that makes us uniquely Catholic, in that we care about the whole person. Whether it's the breast cancer walk, the Bercy program, these are things that are inviting CM Knights to reach out to other people, to look to the margins, to go beyond themselves.
Campus ministry has kind of helped me to step out of my comfort zone and help people that I don't know. As someone who's about to step into the role of a senior, it's important to have good connection with the underclassmen, because it's not a good feeling when you're younger and you don't have like that older mentor kind of leadership in the school and you just kind of drift aimlessly.
The other thing that shows how central campus ministry plays in our community is the location of the office. The campus ministry office is the first place that I go every morning when I walk in the door, and it's often the last place that I leave from in the afternoon as well.
Dr. Full will be the first one to tell you that the centrality of the office, as Luke mentioned, right by the main lobby, is entirely intentional. We want people walking by there multiple times a day. It's also very intentional to have it be an open and inviting space, to have the doors open, to let the laughter, to let the music, to let the joking around kind of flow out of the office and into the halls of CM.
I always was taught that you had to be perfect, absolutely perfect. You can't even breathe wrong and you go to hell. So, you know what I mean? But I feel like with campus ministry, you have a lot more area to have mistakes and I feel like, when you have the area to make mistakes, that helps you improve. You know what I mean? Because there's no such thing as perfect.
I think as a young man of faith, we are taught and we all aspire to learn from the gospel values in our school's mission, but also just from virtue from Christ. We want to learn from Scripture. And I think it's really hard to do that on a big picture. It's hard to live a life, that would make Christ proud. It's hard to live a life of faith without fail, as Anson said. It's important that we acknowledge the role of the campus ministers as the deliverer. You are amongst our community, you are relational with us, and you are on our level, even though you are, years older.
Especially people like Mr. Ray and Mr. Haley, they give you tons of chances. It's like unconditional love.
I always go back to Benedict the 16th, and he would always say, theology is useless if it doesn't change your life. So the whole point of theology is to lead a better life.
Yeah, I think a Christianity that's only about adages or things you can believe is an empty one. When you think about the original name, right, for the religion, the way, because it was the way of being for these people. In the same way, it's the way for us. It's not slogans, it's not a teaching here, a teaching there, but it's our whole life. As long as we stay true to that mission, to that way of being that Christ shows us, that the saints show us, that Blessed Edmund Rice shows us, we're going to be doing just fine.
When we look at where the word Catholic derives from, it means universal. That's what we look at when we look at this program. We think of the universal nature, not only of our school, but then where is our school coming from, right? It's not just, a club. It's not just an organization. It's not just a group, right? There's more to it than that. There's someone else involved, and that person is Christ. Faith isn't just something that you experience for an hour on Sunday. Faith is the way you carry yourself. It's the way you live your life. And I think when we take campus ministry and we allow that to bleed into the rest of our school day, the rest of our school experience here at CM, that's what it's all about.